Guys, today I want to talk about how you can come to Canada for free, with LMIA jobs. Now, I'm going to show you at least 6. I'm going to show you other companies, but I'm going to show you specifically 6 ways you can come to Canada, right? Or 6 job offers that can bring you to Canada with an LMIA job, guys. So you don't want to fail to watch this video to the very end. If you know anyone who needs this information, this is the right time to, share the video with them or direct them to this video so that they can watch and find their way to Canada. Now, first of all, let's talk about LMIA. What is an LMIA? LMIA means Labor Market Impact Assessment. Now, this is a document an employer must have if they intend to recruit a worker from outside of Canada. Now, it means that if an employer does not have these documents, they cannot employ a temporary foreign worker from outside Canada. Now, what is this document about? For an employer to have this document, the employer must prove to the Canadian government that they have not found a citizen or a Canadian resident, PR, who qualifies or who is eligible to fit into this position. Now, I'm sure you are wondering how this is possible. Now, these are policies that have been put in place to ensure that people who are here in Canada can find jobs before people can go outside of Canada to employ. But guys, guess what? I can assure you that there are companies that are recruiting people with an LMIA. Now, this is because they cannot find people here who can do these jobs. I'm going to break it down for you. Keep watching. So guys, what I'm trying to tell you in essence is that you can actually be outside of Canada and find jobs here in Canada. I was speaking to a neighbor of mine yesterday evening, and she was telling me about a friend of hers whose elder brother, or I don't know if he's a younger or elder brother, is coming into Canada next week through an LMIA job. So it's possible, it's happening. Now, I'm going to show you how to find one. Now, I need you to also understand that an LMIA job offer means that you are working for a particular employer. It's an employer-specific work permit that you're going to get at the end of the day. What this means is that you're going to be tied to that employer for a certain agreed time, okay, before you can get or apply to become a permanent resident. Now, this depends on your contract with the employer and also the policy. Okay, it might be 2 years. I think most times it's 2 years. Okay, so you work for that particular employer for 2 years. Okay, if you have to leave your employer within 2 years, it means that you must be ready to get an employer that is willing to sponsor you with an LMIA. If not, then you will not be, allowed to live in Canada. Now, guys, I mentioned that an employer has to prove that they've not found anyone here in Canada who is a citizen or a PR or permanent resident to fill in that position. Now, there are certain ways the government checks these things. The employer has to have advertised the job vacancies in different public forums for a number of days. Okay, there's a particular number of days expected of them. There has to be a trail, okay, of correspondences, meaning that emails of invites, emails of invitation for interviews done, okay, how it went, and showing that they were not able to get a qualified person to fit that role. Okay, so these are some of the things that the government checks before issuing an LMIA to an employer. There are certain employers who already have these LMIAs and do not need to, apply for it each time they need to employ a foreign worker. Now, I'm going to be showing you those employers. Watch this video. Now, if you're going to be going through the LMIA route, now, there are 4 documents you must get from an employer to be certain that this is real, okay? The first one has to be the job contract. Now, there has to be a job contract. It has to be read and signed by both parties, you and the employer. The second one has to be the job offer letter. Now, in this letter, your employer is going to be stating your responsibilities on the job, your roles, and the things you're going to be doing on the job, and also your pay per hour, and any, leave or absence that will be given to you while you're on the job. All of these things will be stated in the offer letter. So you want to have that document. The third document you're going to be getting is the LMIA document. Now, this will be given to you by the employer. You are not the one to apply for an LMIA. The employer is the one responsible to apply for an LMIA document. Now, the fourth document that the employer will give to you is the LMIA number. Now, there's a number that is, specifically for you, okay, for the LMIA job. This number has to also be given to you by the employer. Now, when you have those 4 documents, then you can proceed to apply for your work permit, okay, through the IRCC, okay. That is the way to come to Canada through the LMIA route. Do not let anyone deceive you. If you've watched this video to this very point, guys, please click on that like button. Click on the like button. Support my channel, guys. That's one way to help me get these videos out to much more people. I really do appreciate you guys. Now, other documents that will follow this, important documents I just mentioned will be your international passport, okay, your medical, records. Okay, you need to do a medical check. Okay, this is one way government checks that you are fit to come here. You will not be a burden to the system when you get here. Now, the third one is your police character report. They want to be sure that you are not a criminal or you've not been convicted of any criminal, issue in the past. Okay, that is another thing you want to have. And then the fourth one is your bank statement. Of course, the government wants to be sure that you have something, to at least help you stay or, transition when you get into Canada. So those are other documents you want to have together with the 4 important documents I listed when you're applying for your work permit. Now guys, let's go. Let me show you these people and show you much more. I'm going to be showing you 6, like I said. I'll show you much more how you can find other ones, but I'm showing you 6 specifically that are looking for people that have the LMIA documents already and are willing to employ you. Watch this. You want to go to the job bank website. Now, I always tell people that this is the website that is officially, suggested by the Canadian government for jobs. Okay, so you want to go to this website, create an account if you don't have one. This is my account. So you go here and then you come down to browse. Now you click on browse. It takes you to the different job options that we have on the site. Now, remember, we're talking about LMIA here. So we want to click on the LMIA. This is what we have. We have 11,174 jobs for LMIA. You click on it, website. Now, we are not in a hurry, okay? We want to also continue to filter to be sure that we have only the employers who already have the LMIA documents approved. We are not looking for people who are going to get it, okay? So now, if you look here, you find LMIA pending. We have 10,902 people who are still expecting their documents to be approved. Now, if you look below it, you see LMIA approved. We have 976 people who already have LMIA approved documents. So these are the people we want to look for. So we're going to filter our search. Click on this, and then it filters it to this. So I'm going to be showing you 6 employers who are willing to employ you right now if you are willing to come to Canada through this route. Now, the first one on this list is the caregiver private home. Now, this is a job vacancy. Okay, this one here, child caregiver private home. Now, it's for a private home. It means that it's a home. It's a private person who wants a child caregiver. Let's click on it and see what they have. Okay, so now this job is located in Ontario, and the pay is 17.17 hourly. That means you are being paid 17.17 per hour. Now, you're going to be working 30 hours per week. Now, what this means is that you still have some few hours left that you can work. So it means that if you get other jobs, you can also do it while you're working here. Okay. Now, the job is a day, evening, and it also has flexible hours. Now, the start time is start as soon as possible, and it's just for one person. Now, this employer is verified. Okay. Now, there's something I want you to see here. Now, look at this. It says this employer has an approved LMIA documents to hire a foreign worker to fill labor or skills shortages on a temporary basis. Guys, so this is what you want to be looking out for when you open a job role. If this is not there, then you know that the employer does not have the document. So when people say they've been applying, they're not getting anything, no response, that could be the reason why. You want to be sure that you're applying to the right jobs, okay? Now, look at what they wrote here. Who can apply for this job? The employer accepts applications from Canadian citizens and permanent or temporary residents of Canada. Other candidates with or without a valid Canadian work permit. So it means that they're trying to tell the government that we are looking for people inside Canada or we have not seen, but we are still open to it. So if you are in Canada and you want to do this job, please come. But guys, most Canadian citizens will not want to do this job. So if you are someone who can give 2 years of your time to do something like this and then have your PR and then look for a better job, like guys, so that you can escape the uncertainties in your home country, then you want to come through this route. Okay, now they said other candidates with or without a valid Canadian work permit. So if you don't have a work permit, okay, you can apply for this job and you will be given the document which you can now then use to apply for a closed work permit and come into Canada. All right, so let's look at the second one. The second one is live-in caregiver, persons with disabilities. It means that you're going to be taking care of people who have a disability. Okay, now this job is in Grand Prairie, Alberta. Now the hourly pay for this job is $19 per hour, and it's a 40 hours per week job. It's a full-time job. Okay, and it's a permanent job as well. Now the days are also stated here: day, evening, night, weekend, flexible hours, morning. So you're going to choose the times you want to work. Now it's also a start as soon as possible role, and it has one vacancy. And also this tag is there: this employer has an approved labor market impact assessment to hire a foreign worker. Guys, so that's one thing you want to be looking at when you're applying for roles. Now let's go to the third one. For the third one, we have a radiologist. So if you're a radiologist back in your home country, you have the skills, you want to apply for this role. Okay, now this role is located in Ontario, Ottawa, Ontario. The hourly pay, guys, look at this. The hourly pay is $170 per hour. Guys, a lot of people don't earn this in Canada. This is a lot, guys. And they have two vacancies. It's a permanent role, and it's a start as soon as possible role. Now they also have that tag: the employer has an approved labor market impact assessment. Okay, candidates and permanent residents are able and encouraged to apply. See, they are begging them to apply. Okay, but they have LMIA to employ you and get you into Canada, guys. So take advantage of this information and act fast. Okay, now the fourth one is painter. If you're a painter and you want to explore that option, this is another role. It's located in Brampton, Ontario, and the hourly pay is $27 per hour. It's a shift role. You can work day, evening, or weekend, and they have two vacancies. They also have a tag that the employer has an LMIA. Now let's go to the fifth one quickly. For the fifth one, we have administration officer. Now if you're an admin officer back in your home country, this one is also located in Ontario. It has two vacancies. The hourly pay is $28 per hour. It's a permanent role, day, early morning, and morning. Guys, it's a start as soon as possible role. You want to apply, and they also have a tag that they have an LMIA to employ foreign workers. Guys, these are some of the companies or employers who are willing to employ you and give you an LMIA. Now the last one, guys, the last one I have here, like I said, there's so many others. So you want to use this strategy, the way I did it, to look for roles that are specific to what you do currently. Then if you are a hairstylist, you have a salon in Nigeria, you want to come, or in any other country, and you want to come to Canada as a hairstylist. Now this is another person that is looking for a hairstylist, and is also located in Ontario. The hourly pay is $16.8 per hour. Is a permanent role. Is a start as soon as possible role as well. Is a day, evening, night, weekend shift, and morning role. So you're going to be picking the times you want to work. They have 4 vacancies, and they also have benefits like the health benefits. So it means that you can get insurance for your health. If you're sick, you don't have to pay for certain things because they have that benefit for you. They have long-term benefits as well. So you're going to be working with them for a long time. Now, this employer also have the tag I mentioned earlier. This employer has an approved labor market impact assessment to hire a foreign worker to fill labor or skill shortages on a temporary basis. Guys, I have shown you 6 different employers who are willing to employ you and give you an LMIA to come to Canada. You want to do your research, okay, to find other ones with using this way I used, okay? And I'm sure, guys, please apply to as many roles as possible. Don't apply to 2. I read somebody's article on LinkedIn who said he applied for 450 jobs in 1 month. She got 12 invites. She got 6 moving to the last stage, email, and she got 3 job offers, and today she has 1 job. So she had to apply to as many jobs as possible to be able to even get 3 job offers. Guys, 420 roles were applied to get 3 offers. So you don't apply to 10 jobs and tell me no one is calling you. You want to be dogged, you want to be strategic. Keep applying for roles, keep applying. In a day, apply for 15 roles. Keep doing this. Do it for 1 month. Give it your best shot. I hope you saw what I just did, guys. That is the strategy. That's the way to apply for LMIA jobs. Apply to as many as possible. Guys, don't get tired. Don't get weary. Okay, keep applying for these roles, but make sure that you are watching to see that these employers have the badge, that they have the LMIA documents approved already, so you are not, throwing your stones to the wrong net. Okay, guys, I trust God to make a way for you. Okay, I love you all, and I will see you on the very next one. Bye, guys.